In the heart of the Caribbean Sea, rising from the waves like a jewel of fire and green, lies the island of Saint Lucia, an island whose beauty has sparked battles, whose spirit has survived centuries, and whose story is far more than a paradise. Long before empires ever dreamed of these shores, the Arawak sailed here, gentle people who lived off the sea and land, carving their lives into the rhythms of the earth. But they weren't the only ones. The Caribs came after, fierce, fearless, protectors of the island they call Uranora, land of the iguanas. Then came the storm. European powers arrived, bringing ambition, greed, and guns. The French, the British, both wanted the island. Neither would let go. For nearly 2 centuries, St. Lucia was caught in a relentless tug-of-war, changing hands 14 times, soaked in the struggle of nations who saw this land as a prize. They called it the Helen of the West Indies. Beautiful enough to fight over, and fight they did. In 1814, the British family finally claimed full control, but peace did not follow. Instead, the land turned to sugar, and sugar demanded slaves. Thousands of Africans were brought here, shackled, stripped of freedom, and forced to labor in the heat of the fields. Their suffering laid the foundation for wealth they would never taste. Even after emancipation, freedom came with little promise. But something powerful began to grow. Out of pain came culture. Out of survival came identity. A new voice emerged, a Creole voice, strong-rooted, French, African, English, all woven together in the songs, the stories, the language, and the soul of the people. St. Lucians were no longer just subjects of empire. They were building something of their own. In 1967, St. Lucia took its first steps towards self-rule, and then, in a moment seared into the island's memory, it stood tall. On February 22, 1979, St. Lucia became an independent nation. It was no longer someone else's colony. It was home, free, proud. Today, St. Lucia stands tall, not just for its breathtaking landscapes, but for the strength of its people, for the majestic pitons to the vibrant streets of Castries. The island pulses with life, creativity, and pride. Its music, its food, its festivals. They're not just traditions, they're expressions of culture that has flourished from deep roots. The nation has given the world Nobel Prize winners, artists, thinkers, and leaders, proving that greatness doesn't depend on size, but on spirit. This is St. Lucia.